By now, I'm sure you've all heard about the big hype about the all-new iPhone SE in the market. And here, at the end of the earth in New Zealand, it's no different. Hey guys, my name is Shiloh, and thank you for picking my channel to hear about some of the detailed points of iPhone SE that you need to know before taking your wallet out. The iPhone SE second generation, or that once was thought to be called the iPhone SE 2020 or iPhone 9, had an earlier name.
First tweeted by Ben Geskin in April 2018 with the codename Jaguar. The hype began in junction with this, where some waited for years to have an SE version 2, with various renders and creativity full of expectation. Well, now that it has come out, it obviously set apart itself to countless imaginations, for some, disappointment, others, a joy beyond all. However, its very affordable base price at $399, with the most powerful A13 Bionic chipset implanted, it sparked so much interest and attention in media that it became almost a guaranteed assumption to be the most purchased phone globally at only days after its announcement.
So like the one I'm holding now in silver,
there are two other colors, black and red, in the second generation iPhone SE. Though it looks and feels like the previous iPhone 8, its color finish is the same shade as the iPhone 11's counterparts. It also shares the same series Bionic chipset, the position of the logo, but the difference comes starting with the downgraded camera unit.
let me take you into an in-depth dive on 5 things you must know before you get your hands on the new iPhone SE. So if you want to know some of the best picked info, stay tuned. Also, if you haven't yet liked and subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and make sure you've got it done right now. It means a lot to making more content like this. Alright then, let's start with the well-renowned question that comes back every generation. Who should buy it? But first, let's look into its older siblings for those who already own Apple's previous models looking to upgrade for a second phone. Firstly, its size. It has the exact same size and form factor as an iPhone 8.
So for the screen size, yeah, the same 750 by 1334. It is much smaller than the iPhone XR and the 11 series, but this can induce something much better as a whole. I'll get back to this later in this video. Both the iPhone 8 and XR have the same pixel density as the new iPhone SE with 326 ppi.
It's obviously no competition to the newest generation models, but with its small form factor, this should really be unnoticeable. Technically, our eyes can only see through PPIs of less than 300, right? Now, let's look at its price.
Yeah, $399. It's even cheaper than the original iPhone SE 64GB model 4 years ago by $50. Personally, I find the upgraded 128GB model at $449 to be a sweet spot. But come on, let me put you into perspective here. This upgraded version at $449 new is about the same price as a refurbished XR at 64GB. Is about the same price as a Samsung S10 refurbished. Not only aren't they factory new, it's now a couple of years old. How about them flash wheels? These Mac Pro wheels cost a whopping $250 more than the new iPhone SE, and its stand. I mean, come on, its stand costs twice its price. Well, it is a tad overpriced, but hey, I'm sure it shoots rockets or something from its behind. It's also about the same price as a base model Apple Watch 5th Gen.
Okay, I get it. It's pretty cheap. But how does it perform? Now comes the real story. It's cheap, but if it can only do so much, is it really worth buying? Or even all that hype? Of course not. I'm sure you already know, and yes, it has the A13 Bionic chipset, the same processor as the newest iPhone 11 series. What makes it so special though? It is the same battery as the iPhone 8 at 1821 mAh, but because the A13 chipset is more power efficient than the A11, it is expected to perform better and last longer.
But this is to note that with the SE packing more capabilities like photo and video processing, unlike the 8.
We will have to see how it will last in real life tests in the coming videos. The previous generation iPhone SE was well known for its performance, even till the recent years due to its comparable processor to screen size ratio. Did I mention screen size ratio?
Yes, specifically the resolution. It requires less processing power to pixelate the same image than the larger counterpart. This in turn means that with the same processor, it'll be a powerhouse for the new SE, thus much more faster than the 8. Because of this though, the previous SE generation were put through hard trials and overheating became an issue. The A13, however, is one of the best currently in the market in controlling heat.
So yes to all the questions regards gaming, it will be a beast. Speaking of the first iPhone SE from 2016,
still being usable in the current fast-changing era, and still part of the iOS update scheme, the 2nd Gen SE definitely has a lot to look forward to. At least another 4 years. Probably even more future-proof than the iPhone XR.
On that aside though, why then would Apple put such a good chipset into their low-end product? This, we need to look back into 2018 with a significant downfall in the Apple stock value. So, in order to make its goals meet,
they decided to push forward their bigger picture by promoting services. On top of their very own products and ecosystems that are well integrated into users' lives,
they stepped their game up further, be it from entertainment to business, the things we need in our daily lifestyle. Looking at now and the coming years, raking in more users from a lower end market niche will mean that in order for them to stay longer to utilize the service they provide, the A13 Bionic chipset along with its 3GB RAM is a proving point.
Even the iPhone SE's overview page shows the Apple Arcade, an Apple service product, immediately after the A13 display. Further, once they are well into becoming a service product user, they will only look for better and more products that will fulfill their needs in their ecosystem. Yeah, that's my story. But this is exactly their strategy, and a well-planned one too.
What other features are prominent in this unique edition? Let's talk about what's included in the bag, what it's good at. Firstly, as we talked about,
the A13 Bionic chipset is advertised to be 20% faster and uses 40% less power than the A12 in the 10 series, where it is 40% faster and double the speed and GPU than the A13 and the 8 series. It also gets you a major software enhancement in your pictures and videos, although the camera is somewhat similar to the iPhone 8 or the XR. It has a 12-megapixel f1.8 wide single lens on the back, 7-megapixel f2.2 front-facing single lens for selfies. It can shoot portrait modes on people for both ends, a big plus that the iPhone 8 could not do, but XR could pull off. It does have a better processor, and truly, the shots taken are comparably better than the XR with its new Smart HDR feature, only available for XS or higher. The video is even better with 4K recording of up to 60 frames per second with optical image stabilization at the back and 1080 for the front-facing camera at 30 frames with an electrical image stabilization. In addition to all that, they have stereo sound recording, what was absent in the iPhone 8. It is a second-gen bionic fingerprint sensor, which is quite useful at a time where we always wear masks, but no more 3D touch.
It is wireless fast charging, and it now has the all-new Wi-Fi 6, where they advertised up to 38% faster Wi-Fi speeds than its predecessors.
It is also known to have the all-new wallpapers and a bit of a change to the Apple logo placement, just like its closest brothers, the 11 series.
The color is a little different too, with the silver version that I have here compared to the iPhone 8 silver,
being it more a crisp whitish look with a black front finish, unlike the greyish white in the 8.
The bezels look much more obtrusive than the black front, which probably will seem more obvious between all the bezel-less competitors. They also added a dual SIM function, with one of it being an eSIM in all models this special edition. And lastly, they added an express card with power reserve. This means that even if your battery is completely out, you can still use it to facilitate transport cards, etc. with a click of a volume button. So then, what did Apple take out to stop cannibalization of their other products? First, and the most obvious, the screen.
It is tiny at 4.7 inches compared to the 6.5 at their largest. It is also darker at 625 nits max compared to the 800 and the 11 Pro series.
It also doesn't have the Face ID, which also means that there won't be any live emojis. They also didn't include the U1 chip, also known as the ultra-wide band chip, meaning it won't help even if you point at your friends for AirDrop any better than when you don't. This also means that the coming AirTags will not function like you want it to when it finally comes out.
Now for the critical bits and pieces. No night camera mode. Even with the A13 chip, they didn't include the night mode.
Absolutely unbelievable. They also didn't add the audio zoom, which isn't too bad really compared to what we all waited for. So, who should buy it then? I personally recommend this for people looking for a second phone who are using high-tier phones, a business phone, and any Android users who first-handedly try out the iOS or the iPhone. For people using the 8 Plus and under, they'll definitely see significant improvements in their experiences, but unless for users with XR and up want a fingerprint sensor to unlock their phone without needing to remove their masks, that wouldn't be the best purchase for you this year. For the international buyers, compared to previous history of Apple inflating the price beyond taxes and exchange rates, seems quite reasonable and relatively buyer-friendly, so you probably won't need to make the efforts to try and ship them over. So, there you have it. I'll be using this phone for the coming weeks and evaluate real-life usages, so please do hit that subscribe button if you like my video. Please triple press that thumbs up button, and don't forget to comment down below what you think about the all-new SE. And if you didn't, I'd also love to hear from you, so don't stop to write them down. Cheers for all your time. Kia ora.